share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And now, enjoy the stream from Darklycan81. Z out.
A good evening and Merry Christmas.
Good evening, Mr. Humbug.
I'm not Mr. Humbug. I've just got my Grinch hat on tonight, that's all.
Humbug. Well, I got my Groovy one.
Up to snow good. I like that. Up to snow good.
Yeah. It's easy Christmassy around here, so why not? I know everybody's going to wear his weird Grinch hat or Humbug or something, so there you go.
Oh, I need to be the Grinch today after the shift I've had today, Dave, and my work can go and stick up the other
Where the sun don't shine.
Yes.
Is that why you're on the hard stuff already?
No, I'm just having some energy juice to try and fucking keep me awake because I'm...
Yeah, I just did the same thing. I cracked open a Rockstar Monster. Not sponsored, but there you go.
I've actually quite enjoying that other energy juice, the one that's or the internet, the oh bollocks, what's the name of it? It's that sugar-free stuff.
All the clothes out there.
Remember we
I know Pinto's now got an energy drink out. Iron Brew's got one out. Prime.
It's that juice that you got when you were up here. Can remember in game. The one with the rabbit on it. I can't remember the name of it. But that's actually quite nice. I went and ordered a big pack of that. Ooh. Excuse me.
Yeah, I normally go to the shops and get myself a 12-pack. Because it's normally £6 or £7 from the wholesalers. Keeps you going, that sort of stuff. So there you go.
They're going to that is it. The whole. It's Iceland. It's something to do with Iceland. Is it the food warehouse?
Yeah.
They're actually no bad for their tins of juice.
When I went into Iceland, there was like a dark coloured, like a black tin. It's not Relinquish or Relinquish, it's another one. And there's like 4 cans for £2 in there. It's actually similar to Relinquish Original, but it's not. It's not the Tyson one. It's another one. It's another one, but it's the cheapest one I know. Around 4 cans for £2.
As though that Snow-Cried Dragon by any chance?
Good chance.
Because that's quite nice, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's the original dragon, yeah. In black tin.
If it's a black tin and it's got like a red, I'm sure it's a red dragon or something that's on it, man.
Something like that.
But it's good. It's good stuff. But we've kind of went a wee bit off subject, talking about energy juice.
Well, technically, some of these channels are sponsored by Primes, Monsters, and everything else. And perfectly honest, Baz, some of the Monster drinks and these drinks have actually got the toys characters on the tins. Yeah. Games on the tins. So
it's the Monster that does all the gaming. Monster and the one that you're drinking, they do all the. They do tokens.
So it's still related, perfectly honest, to it's another type of like collecting that we don't see. People do actually collect, like, I know somebody who watches the channel that collects Prime bottles and everything else.
I'm not against Prime, but it's just too sweet.
Yeah, some of the companies out there, you don't get a contrast across the whole board. I know sometimes the rock stars are weird up and down like a yo-yo and everything else, but you know. Plus, you can also get monster cans that transform into robots as well. Coke cans, they did quite a few. Back in the day, Pepsi, they did one for Transformers, so, you know. Anything's possible.
Did they know? The Coca-Cola, no, they are transforming.
Yeah. Coca-Cola did their own Coke brand transformer in the Coke can. I think they're 80s or 90s.
That thing is crazy expensive now, like.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it's crazy what people do actually collect. It's not just like action figures and toys, they collect everything and anything. You know, it's ridiculous.
Oh, to be honest with you, Dave, I was so glad when that shift was over the day.
Crazy. But no, as for me, Baz, I just went up to my unit, did another video, comes out Christmas Day. Similar to your one last week, for your channel last week, but I've done like a non-talking short version. So if you want the in-depth look, do on your channel for last week's live. Christmas Day, there'll be a 10, 12-minute video comes out of mine, just quickly panning round. But if you want an in-depth look at what's on there, you go to your channel. And the purpose is I might make that.
Showing your museum thing off, man. There were so many toy lines in that looking at some of the comments that I got, a lot of folk didn't realise that they did certain
toy lines, yeah.
Like the one that come up kind a lot is the Mighty Ducks. A lot of folk didn't realise they'd done Mighty Duck from action figures.
Yeah.
That was a cartoon kind of thing.
They never did anything from the movies or anything like that. But the cartoon they did, and it came into, I remember the Disney store had them in. It was a Disney store exclusive toys. I know the Birmingham one in the old Birmingham had some inks, and I asked the manager, said, "Oh, you getting the Ducks figures in?" I said, "We'll get a couple of cases to see how they go," and they did go quite well. But I remember they were Disney store exclusive, so not many shops or places got them. But yeah, there's a lot of little weird toy lines you can show off. There's a lot of stuff. There's quite a lot of stuff now you can show off from back in the day that didn't exist, but it still does exist. It's like the only way to describe it, if you go to like a toy shop, you go into a toy shop, you stand there looking at this figure for 10 minutes. It says it didn't exist, but you're looking at it in your hands. What an item that you think you've seen it all, but then it's just like you can't fathom in your head or your brain to say this doesn't exist, but you're looking at it in your hand. It's like, what the, you know what I mean?
It's kind of the same if you go to like the boot sales, Dave, and the charity shops.
Yeah.
You'll come across that one figure that you recognise it, but you just can't place it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And then it's like, I'm going to buy it anyway, and then you're going to do your own research, and you kind of find it, and it's like, Dave, I'm going to send you a picture. Can you identify this, please? And within 30 seconds, he's like, I fucking thought it was that.
Yeah. Perfectly, sometimes when you spot it once, it picks your brain and you never see it again. And then to find another one, it's crazy. Even the Google image, you can take a picture of a toy, it still doesn't come up. Even if you search the whole database. You know, it's crazy. It's, you know.
Yeah, because I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but what we cry the knockoff Wolverine, I've spent like at least an hour trying to find what the hell that was. Couldn't find it. You found it in like 30 seconds.
It's like the shabby jukebox saga we always talk about sometimes. He asked that one for 2-3 years. All you need to do is ask 3 questions. When was it? When do you think he had it? His 70s. Everyone thought it was Mezco, but you know that size of jukebox was too tall for the Mezco series. So the only 2 12-inch in the 70s released was Action Man and Barbie. Action Man was all about the military and anything else SAS. So the only thing it could be is like a Barbie playset accessory, which it was. So when you did all that and just put Barbie jukebox in with a, you know, into like a Google and that picture, it comes up straight away. It's just asking the 2-3 questions.
I know sometimes when you use a Google image, Dave, is it sometimes it doesn't give you the exact item. You've kind of got to scroll down, and then I've noticed now we're having the update. My phone's now got that AI from thing in it. So you put the description down, like you could put like dinosaur or what you think it is, and I'll try and give you something close enough to that, and then you end up eventually finding it.
But anything about the Google image now as well, same with like eBay, you can take a picture of a toy, it scans the internet in all the world to say how much is this item or not. It's changed the toy dealer forever. You get a rough price guide, you take a picture of it, comes up 90% straight away what the item is, how much it's worth, and who's selling it.
I never thought of that last Saturday when I found one of the items that I got the day, because it's like I recognised it for somewhere. I just could not picture where I've seen it. I think I've seen 2 or 3 of them before, and I kind of missed out on them because it was like they look. To be honest with you, they're awfully hollow. They feel hollow. They feel cheap, and it's like never bothered picking up until thinking it's just one of those. It's just one of those weird creatures. It's like, why did I not pick that up? And then you go back to the charity shop and it's gone. It's just weird. Fair enough, I managed to find another one for probably the cheapest fucking price I think I've actually paid in a charity shop for about 20 odd fucking year.
Crazy.
I couldn't believe it when the guys like when I put them on the telly, he's like blah blah blah, and it was like, okay.
They're crazy enough. But anyway, for the chat, we are probably out doing an open mic night. We're probably starting in about 20 minutes after Baz has shown his all off. I've shown a few more whole lots.
Oh, well, I mean, I've not really
have
a lot, to be honest. But we'll show off what we've got, and then
I've only got like the normal 10 items again because I've been doing stuff that I can't buy toys, and it's other stuff to go with toys. You know what I mean? It's one of the things. It's crazy.
Some of the things I have picked up, I think I've just been lucky. To me, kind of thing. I mean, it's nothing amazing that I've picked up for the charity shops, but I found good bargains in the charity shops over the last maybe week and a bit.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Well, I said, so I'm the same as you, Baz. I've only picked up 7 toys and 2 extra items this week, which are not toys but related, you know, like yourself.
Well, I've went back. I've picked up a few of those blocky Transformers again, the little blind boxes, because to me they kind of remind me of those, like that Transformer line. It was like the Action Man's, like the G.I. Joe style. I can't remember what was it Power Masters or something?
Yeah.
Like the non-transformable ones. They kind of remind me, as we were talking a few weeks back, there is certain toy lines that we had when we were kids.
Transformers reminds me of either Bandai's Gunplay, Bandai's Sprue Kits, where they're all fully painted and everything else figures. But they did a few back in the main Halo and a few other things back in the day. And they were called Sprue Kits. And basically, you just snap the pieces off the thing, put them together, and you get an action figure. Or
it's like,
it's probably there and then.
You've got the £7 boxes, Dave. Then you've got the £16, and then you've got the next one. I think they're £35, but they're basically like nearly 10 to 12 inches, depending on the character.
Class. Yeah.
But they're like the blind boxes. They just come in little bags. The only thing that's on the sprue is the hands and like the knee joints and the shoulder joints. But on the £16 one, everything comes on a sprue.
Yeah.
About 4 or 5 sprues that you just snap them off and put them together, kind of thing.
I think it's called Mini Pla in Japan. They do them, and just over there in the corner, they got like a Japanese model kit. They're the same thing as well. You know.
Because they also, in Japan, they also carry them, was it Candy?
Candy toys, they're slightly different, but yes, they're the same.
I know some of them, they're not fully articulated. They're just basically just put them together, put a couple of stickers on. But I have noticed some of the newer ones that are coming out,
The easiest way to describe it, if not, but a cheaper range nowadays, is Kinder Surprise eggs.
Mm.
Isn't it? It's like you break it up and there you go, sorted.
Well, at least with the Kinder Surprise, you get a bit of chocolate, plus you get a little
Sorted, but you build up.
The only thing with those bubble gum from and things is that you only get one piece of bubble gum and then you get some sort of toy inside it.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to buy like 3 or 4 boxes just to make the one figure up. Because one will just have the basic body, the other one will have the head, weapons, and the other one will have any armor or whatever it's.
Well, no, nowadays the candy toys come with a little piece of candy in Japan. Back in the day, we used to get 5 cards and a packet of little stick of chewing gum, weren't
I know my friend
that used to last forever.
My friend Rolly for the Netherlands, man, he buys a lot of those candy toys. He buys a lot of the Kamen Rider ones, and it's like you've got to buy 3 different packs just to make up the one figure.
Yeah. I know I've got a few sets lying around somewhere. I just can't remember where I put them. So, but there you go.
I would buy them. To be honest with you, I would buy some of those, but we don't really have any specialized shops here that deals with that kind of thing.
I know WH Smith used to get the Gundam stuff in quite regularly.
I can get Gundam kits and all that, but like that's about it.
Yeah, the other stuff is
you can get the kits.
It's almost like you need to go to like the big comic cons or the big shows and import it in, or that sort of stuff. So, but there you go. So
I have been thinking about buying a Gundam kit. Like,
I know Rum's into it at the moment, and he's like jumping onto Saturday morning builds. There's quite a few people that join on that, so that's not bad.
A lot of the Gundam stuff back in the day, kind of thing, and but there's that many Gundam kits out there. It's what do you go for, kind of thing. There's so many different.
There's so many different style variations, things. There's different grades. There's different prices. Yeah. And then every year they do like a championship, like you can build your own Gundam, put it into a competition.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. But there you go. So, Colin Boselton, you and me first.
I'll go first, why not?
American Limbo.
Well, I picked that from TK Maxx.
That's a nice one.
I picked up this from Home Bargains.
I've been looking at that line still.
To be honest with you, I'm quite surprised they're still selling these because, man, these have been out for a good few years now. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if this is a newer wave or a newer series, but the only reason I can think because this one comes with little companions that transform into cars and then transform into, I think it's dinosaurs.
Yeah, it's a mammoth and a.
This one's a mammoth. Stegosaurus and Rhea. This one comes with.
Crazy.
I thought it was just a. I have a few.
I like the box art on the only see bars. I like the actual box art on it.
That's quite unique. Yeah, but these are quite. They've got a little spring mechanism in it, so once you transform it to vehicle mode, it's like little discs. You push the car to the disc and then they jump over, but the little mechanism is deadly.
Yeah.
A lot of folk have been complaining. A lot of folk did complain that the mechanism was too strong for kids.
Little fingers.
Then I picked up
Venom.
And Miles from Man makes it. And then I got this 3-weight.
That was worth it.
Then I picked that up for the charity shop.
Weird with a blue tail, but there you go.
This one, if you move the head,
That's how I feel sometimes. Something coming out your throat.
I believe there's a red version that's got
Red that talks.
Then I went to that charity shop I took you to, the army one.
The dangerous one.
And had this little guy. This was the little guy that I was talking about.
Yeah.
It took us ages to work out what it was, but we finally got there.
There is markings on the back foot, Baz, don't forget.
Then they also had
Rodan
as well.
with a long neck.
But for those two, I only paid 20 pence for Dave. I went to think I was expecting maybe £1 each or 50 pence each, and it was like 20p. So I fucking threw the money at him and ran. Then I picked up a bag of figures for £4. So I got Psycho Red was in that one. That he's going to stay with how he is. He's either going to get turned into Psycho Silver or Psycho Green.
Crazy.
Back. You know, Psycho Blue as well. I don't know which one I'm going to make silver and green, because I do have a full set of these already. There was also Psycho Pink.
Pink it.
And then the only reason I wanted it was for him. Fortunately, they come in the weightings, but try to find him with the right number of stripes is kind of hard. Then also found a Raiden in the charity shop as well.
That's unusual.
Yeah, it was very fun. I kept going back to it just in case somebody else had maybe handed quite a few in, but I've only managed to see Raiden so far. And that is me.
More?
Not a lot, but I do have. As I say, I've been picking up some more of the blockies, so I got Soundwave. It comes a little laser beak. I got Inferno. I got Ultra Magnus. And I also got Starscream.
Hey, Mr. Scream. With Megatron gun.
It also comes with Megatron and gun mod. That I thought was nice. And I think that is. Yep, that is definitely me this time.
Nice one. Hello.
To do.
Let's see. Let's start off with the knockoff stuff. First off, my local little co-op-y down the road had a Superpowers Heroes Premium Attack Raw Attack Avengers set. Knockoff set. Which is quite weird and different. You've got purple. Thanos looking like purple. You've got War Machine. Ant-Man, Venom, which is part of Marvel, and Captain America. And he also got the weird little lights ups as well. I think he's got the banner one I like. He's got the Wolverine head and that sort of stuff. So there's that one as a set of superheroes action figures.
I'm quite surprised you never got a Batman in that or a Superman with the Marvels.
No, I like the Venom, and perfectly honest, it's the Thanos head I like the most.
No, usually when you see these sets, there's like the odd either Batman.
Yeah. No, it's weird one. So there you go. Nice wig. Second thing I got the silver and gold version. It's a Trojans Warriors 2-in-1 robot. You get the big robot, and you also get the action figure, the pilot to the robot.
Oh, nice.
So you get the mech itself, you get the robot, and it's got all the sound effects of like the machine guns, the grenades, and that sort of stuff. The sound effects. So there's like the figure. He comes with his big blaster and his shield. And
that's actually quite cool. I'm just looking at the little blue guy that you showed with the wings, man. That's kind of like the knockoff kind of figure that like the pound shop sell the new.
Yeah.
Without the wings.
Almost like a Gundam style with his like shield and his big gun, and
I was going to say the shield kind of does look like a
and then the wings you put on as well. So there's two versions of colours. I've got both. And then to finish off the knockoff section of mine this week, I've been looking at these for ages, but then I found them at the right price. It was called Star Force. They did the vehicles, figures, like G.I. Joe style figures, vehicles, and die-cast vehicles. So might be getting to this line a bit more. But these are almost like all Star Warsy ones, like the X-Wing for that one. And these came up at the right price, like another battleship.
Star Force.
One. And then the third one is set is like the other Star Warsy vehicles. They're all on wheels as well. So that's 1980, so that's not too bad. Last thing I forgot to share before I move on to something else. I got also taking these to the NEC Toy Fair. If anyone is going and watching this, you've got Spider-Man Nowhere Home, Matt Murdock, which appears in the new Daredevil, the Spider-Man film, and everything else. So that's quite a humanish figure because of the triple poster.
While we're kind of talking there, Dave, I've just went and shoved the link up in the chat if anybody wants to pop on.
And then the other one is Mary Jane, which is quite a good likeness of her.
I've got that figure as well. I quite like that figure, man. It does look like the actress.
Yeah.
Compared to some of the figures that have come recently.
So it's unusual to get the human characters. And then the other things I did get in this week, people, if I didn't know already, I already had the World Toy Museum in book form.
And
I've been thinking, what's the next stage? My second stage was, throughout the years I've called it, is my book around the house, or where I live, and a few other places in there for the last 15 years since we've been living there. In like a picture book, so I've got memory of it now in a proper hard book again. And then since we always get calendars, advent calendar, or calendars for the years, I thought to myself, what's the next day? Everyone gets the family on it and everything else. I thought, why don't I do myself my own 2025 calendar?
Oh, nice.
So everyone's different, like around the house, with the advent on the bottom.
No, that's actually quite a cool idea, Dave.
You get the calendar at the top. You can different layers, different sizes, different. Every company does them. Big thing, and like some of the old pictures around the house, and that sort of stuff. And then the old hallway that used to be. But then it changes your photograph to different styles.
Mm-hmm.
June I put like the museum in. July was like a different thing. You can change your photos, change your layouts, and this is just one I chose. Like you put your writing at the bottom and a smaller picture there. And then one of my toy fairs I did, put that in a picture. Another old picture around. So you can literally put your own top 10, 20 toys of your own collection through the years, and just to finish off, it's like this thing you put your own picture in. Then you mind it's yours.
No, that's actually a cool idea.
You can change your covers, you can change your things. You don't have to have it at the A3 size, you can have it any size you like, but they start from about 5 up to 15 quid. So it's cheaper than a normal calendar. You know, so that's the other things I've been like buying and purchasing, not action figure toys, like more hard cam stealers toy stuff. And there you go.
Yeah.
And there you go, Bass. That's my little haul.
Nice.
Baz has just put the link in the chat, so if anyone of our friends are jumping on while at watch, come and ask us any questions, what you're doing up to the new year, anything else, please jump on, say hello. If you want to show any toys off, please do. Follow the rules and regulations for Baz's channel, that's all we ask. We'll keep going for a bit more to see if we get anyone. Come on, jump on. Just all you're going to say is hello and goodbye. As for that, I will be at the NEC Toy Fair next Friday. Christmas Eve, I have got Christmas Day. I've got my World Toy Museum coming out in the short. If you want to see the extended version, please like the video before this. So I did a full in-depth tour with the Mr. Baz the Grinch next to me. The live Grinch, that one. As for, I've got myself a new trailer-ish with new cities and adventures coming up for next year. I've only put 3 adventures in, but I've got like 6 or 7 that I'm doing. I'm going to keep the others a bit quieter to myself, just in case they're. I know one of them I'm definitely doing, but the others I might consider something different.
Mm-hmm.
Starting next year, I'll be changing a few museums around a few bits. And then possibly next year, my second museum might be in operation.
Nice.
The only thing I will say now, next year's Echo Base live in Redditch Kingfisher Shopping Centre on the 29th of March. Sorry guys, I'm actually on holiday, so I will not be attending Echo Base Live next year. Originally, I was going to take some of my knockoffy Star Wars stuff on tour, so people can come and have a look at it, come and chat to me. I had a few things in mind, a few other bits. next July as well, I might be doing one of the big boys toy fairs. So I'll be going to a big, massive toy where some unique and hard pieces like boxed items and everything else. That's going to be a big. Well, I'll talk about that 2025. I've got a few more things coming for the museum idea. I'll consider doing my big book into a smaller book and selling it at certain shows around the country. I'll be definitely doing a couple more toy books as well next year. I've got a few other things planned for the channel. I hope me and Baz can still do the live streams up to whatever number it'll be. 120 when we get back anyway.
I think this is 119.
119.
Hopefully we can hit 120 before the end of the year.
Oh, look a bit now. Because next week is Christmas Eve or Boxing Day. And the week after that's New Year's Eve.
I know. It's actually crazy how quickly this month's actually come in.
Yeah, other than that, guys, I'm doing a few other special little bits throughout the years and a few other bits. I'll be very soon making myself a little care package for DaveWorldtoys and a few other bits. Might be doing a t-shirt for myself to sell. I don't know.
Nice.
It's probably I'm gonna have a new design. Here's my normal one.
Mm-hmm.
But it might be have the Toy World Adventures on.
Yeah.
With like all the cities I've been on to the back. That might be another one I consider. Like I did for the. Be something similar to that one. We had my logo at the front, and then like my America tour. Remember that one?
Oh, aye. Can't believe that was 2 years ago, man. It doesn't seem that long, Dave.
2 years ago, Baz. That's my 2022 tour. You know. So that's what I've got planned for the next year or so, and hopefully make it every day. Take it one day as it comes, one step, one day, 1 month, 1 year at a time.
As I say, I just want this year to come to a close so I can start fresh next year and start planning ahead for stuff. I do have one adventure that is confirmed, but I'm not saying too much until it's nearer the time. But I do have a few ideas in my head and how I want this display, this toy room / bedroom from in how I want it.
Yeah.
I have a few ideas, and because I would like to get more stuff out, and then I can do a proper room tour kind of thing to show exactly what I've got. Because I have picked up so much stuff over the last few years, it's unreal. I'm coming across stuff that I've completely forgot I had.
Normally, Baz, I put on my phone every toy haul I've got for the whole 3 year. And then you can add up how many toys you buy out for the whole year. I'm like, how many? It's like 4,000 or 5,000 toys a year. I was like, yeah. The year before, 10,000. I was like, oh my, oops. You know, where can you start and stuff?
Not like every week you go out, Dave, and buy stuff, but
no.
Occasionally you'll go out, you'll buy an item.
Yeah.
And then you put it, you leave it in the bag, or you put it in a box, and then it's not until you're looking for something, it's like, when the hell did I get that? And then it just hits you. It's like, right, I remember where I got that. How have I never showed? Why if I showed that off, and then you kind of go back through all your pictures and all your whole pictures and all your live streams, like, bollocks, I've never showed that one off.
perfectly honest, Baz, I'm the same as you. I've got some stuff that's 5 years, 2, 3, since my America tour. I've got a few bags in my other room, like my bedroom and a few other bits, that I still haven't reopened since then. I can remember sorting them out, putting all, like you say, all the turtle section into one bag, into this, and this. Putting the turtle section into this one bag, and I completely forgot about it. I came across it the other day. I'm like, when did I get that? It must have been an America trip. It's like, whoa. It's crazy. But yeah. But now I've got a few stupid ideas for next year, but it's keeping me going, and that's all I care about. Try and find a target, go for it, and, scream at the same time, I think.
Oh, totally. It's like I say, I've got a few ideas how I would like this room to look, kind of thing. But it's having time to do it as well.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to get.
It's like, for me, basically, anything you could say is you'll go round in circles and circles until you get to a stage where you're saying, yes, finally I got somewhere.
It's not that. You could put it. It's for me. It's like when you're putting your stuff on display. It's like, right, I quite like, right. For example, like I've done the Final Faction, like all the Final Faction figures that I've managed to find, and you helped us out with a few when you went to America. And it's like you're looking at it. It's like I quite like it, but you're not happy with it.
Yeah.
And it's like I had all the Godzilla stuff out. I taken them off to put something else on, and now I'm kind of looking at the shelf. It's like it doesn't look right. I need to put those Godzilla stuff back on the shelf. Kind of thing. The worst thing is it, because I collect so many different lines, it's getting to the stages like, what do you put out and what do you not put out?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same with me.
It's like I want to do.
When I was up with you, Baz, I picked up like the big Care Bear, the Care Bear set. And all the little bits on.
It's like last month I kind of went a bit daft, and I near enough got all the Yu-Gi-Oh monsters that they did. The only two I'm missing is the two dragons. You buy them and it's like, oh, they're cool, they're the right price. You buy them, and then it's not until a few weeks after, and it's like, where the hell am I going to put these?
Yeah.
Because I didn't realize there is a couple that are actually quite wide, and there's one of the ones that's actually their wings. The wings are a little bit wider than what I thought they were.
Yeah.
You look at the pictures when them on the website, the wings didn't look that big.
It's the same with the gargoyles, isn't it, Baz? The gargoyles for toys, yeah.
See, I would jump down that line and buy the gargoyles. The only thing that puts me off is the wings. I wished they gave you two versions, like the wings opened up and then the wings that you could, like Goliath, if you buy.
They do, but you buy two figures to get him, which is.
If you buy the Lassie, if you get the Lassie, you get wings for Goliath. If you buy, I think it's Bronx, like the dog, you get another set of wings. And if you buy the main bad guy, I think you get the wings for Mona.
Yeah.
They're all folded up. And it's like, that could have easily been done in the one pack.
It's how they get you, isn't it? It's how they get you. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh. Yeah. I'm just hoping if he does like the second or third wave of them, when they turn into stone, they come with both sets instead of, Because you're collecting the line, you don't mind getting all the figures and all the variants of the figures and the stuff, but when it comes to certain things, it's a bit crazy.
Don't get me wrong, I am tempted to pick a couple up. But the only thing is that it puts me off at the minute is the wings. There's no point in spending like 40, 50 quid on one figure and you want to spend another 50 quid on another figure just to get the wing so it looks a bit more.
Yeah.
Nice.
So technically, Baz, then your 2025 toy goal at the moment is Gargoyles is number one. Anything else on the hit list for 2025 that, if you're seen at the right price, like you say, you go to a toy fair, charity shop, you see them in the charity shop. What's what's your top 3 or 4 toy lines you're looking for 2025?
Well, with Gargoyles, I wouldn't mind kind of picking up. I wouldn't mind picking up. There was stuff I started picking up weeks ago. So I would like to get back. I would like to try and get some more Ultramans as well. But I know it's quite a. It's quite a hard line to try and get over here. I know folk do sell them, but man, some of the prices I've seen, some of them going for are kind of crazy.
Well, the way you get Ultramans normally over here is like his Chinese knock-offy stuff and shops.
I know it's not a line, but I want to kind of concentrate on my customizing next year as well, kind of thing.
Yep.
And I would like to get another hot toy next year. I would like to get my favourite lady in a hot toy from in.
Would you go cartoon or movie?
I would
you go with Suicide movie, Joker movie, or do you want the cartoon?
I would go for classic, man. For me, for Harley is it's a classic Harley for me, but I do like the Maggie Robbie Harley Quinn as well. I have seen some of the hot toys for that, and they look nice. But the one that I'm kind of looking at, it is a classic Harley, but it actually comes with one of our hyenas.
Yeah.
My local comic shops got into new, but they want $250 for it. So I'm kind of, if they're still doing them next year, I might consider picking it up.
But
there is another Harley I want to get as well, and it's from the Play at Kai line that they did.
Yeah.
You get it's like the Harley Quinn, but she's in like the nurse's outfit, but the hammer turns into armor for her. So she basically turns into more like a Deathstroke style.
Yeah, I've seen that one. That looks amazing. Yeah,
it's like the Japanese anime style Harley Quinn.
Yeah,
kind of thing. It's like one. She's still got the right colours, kind of thing, but on her head, you get 2 different head sculpts. You get the classic Harley head, but then you get like the Japanese style. That one's got it's like she's got a blindfold over one eye, but that's for the one you put the armor on her.
Yeah.
Now it is an expensive figure, to be honest, but I wouldn't mind adding that to the collection. Like, I've seen a few
Harley Quinn, Hot Toys, Gargoyles, custom figures, and what was the other one you wanted?
There's another few lines I would like to try and complete as well, Dave. I'd like to try and get some more of those Flash Gordon figures that I picked up when we went to the toy fair.
Yeah, the cartoon version.
The cartoon version, because they're actually quite cheap.
Yeah.
And you're paying more, including postage on eBay. I mean, you're paying no more than like between 12 to 14 quid a figure. I don't want them. I mean, there's like 3 versions of Flash. I don't want 3 different versions of Flash. I'll just Flash that I picked up. I'll go for the rest of them.
Yeah.
I probably, I mean, if I can, if that, I'm thinking about going back to that Arrow next year. They usually do one between March and April, and then they do another one between October and November. But there was a few. There was one guy there. He'd done all the American toys, like all the.
Yeah.
There was one like I mean, I wished I picked it up, and I kind of regret it now. But there was one line he did have, and it was Cry Dragons. It was like all female characters, but it's like their armor was like.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
But the cards weren't like your standard kind of cards. It's like you had they were longer cards. Yeah. So you had the bubble on one side, and then you had another bubble with all the accessories. I wouldn't mind picking up, and then probably what was the other figure that I picked up?
I know you're looking at the Rock Lords.
Oh,
a few other bits as well.
Next year, I'm going to kind of concentrate on the Rock Lords. I've got quite a few toy lines I would like to try and get a little bit more into, but Rock Lords, I would love to try and get more of them.
Yeah. I
just wished. I think you were the same when that guy had the Rock Lord vehicle kind of thing. I was so tempted to buy that because it's one of those. It's one of those vehicles that we'll probably never see again.
No.
I wished, and then that other thing that I kind of regret picking up was that robotic dinosaur thing that.
Yeah, that's one thing I wish I'd picked that up instead of picking something else up now myself.
Scott that had that. I mean, we can.
Yeah.
The Scott guy, and he had quite a lot of good stuff as well. Didn't get me.
He was probably the most dangerous stall there. Perfectly honest.
Oh, he was. Man, it's like how much? £5. What should we take for that? What should you take for the one? What? Oh, 4 kind of thing. Oh, 10 quid. I was like, oh fuck.
How much for this ball? That'll do.
I was just like when I seen those, like the cowboys and the Indian figures. I was like, much you wanting? Much you selling it for? It's like what for the whole? I was expecting them to say a tenner. He wanted a tenner. It's like what for the whole lot? He says a tenner. I was like, here, take my money, take it.
5 rates or £10 for the price. That you know, yeah.
There wasn't. That's probably all the stuff that's happened this year with losing mum and all that. That day kind of took
your mind off it, back to your childhood and relaxing.
That took the grief away. It took the fun and the thing. It was just a day that me, you, and our young Padawan. He accompanied us and
the Ewok guy.
And then we bumped into Biker Scout as well.
Yeah.
So that was quite nice. The only regret I had is that I wish I had more money with me.
It's one of the things, but when you go to a toy fair, you can have unlimited money at one show and spend nothing. Or go to another show, you take nothing with you.
Well, it's the first time I've been there, so we didn't know what folk were selling. We didn't know what the prices were going to be like. But when we got there, man, the prices were actually quite decent.
Perfectly spicy. It was a mediocre toy fair where it was quite cheap to get into the place. All the people were friendly and helpful, and you know what I mean. They weren't afraid to do like deals or bargains with you. And it was like, for me, the only criticism I've got myself for the show, middle of nowhere.
Aye.
That's, you know what, that's the only criticism I could give that show, middle of nowhere. But I can't complain. It was organised. It went quick. Everyone was staff and friendly. I did like a video walk around in my channel.
Even talking with the owner, Dave, man.
Yeah.
Came in, I bought a few bits off of him, and so did the wee one. And it was kind of, he was asking where we were from. I says, "Oh, we're for Fife," kind of thing. Don't near Cairn Beef and that. Don't film. It's like, all right. I says, "This is the first time I've been here." I says, "Man, I've been wanting to come for filming for like the last 2 years, but just never had time, or I've kind of found out about it too late, kind of thing." And he's like, "No," he says, "we do it twice a year." He says, "We usually do one at the beginning of the year, one at the end of the year, kind of thing." But even Hateman, he had some cracking stuff for really good deals as well.
Yeah. Perfect Units Baz, that was a good mixture of a lot of toy lines, collectibles, youngsters. There's only a few stores that weren't priced. There's one guy that was just like, "How much is £3 How much is £3 He's like, and he's like the same size, different. It's, there's the only
It's the same guy.
couple of people who
Think about. I mean, I got the little Shitara off, and I was like, "How much you want for that?" And it's like 50p, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah. Crazy.
I was being honest with you, I was expecting them to say maybe £2 or £3 or something for it. It's like,
Yeah.
they said 50p. I was like, "Here, take my money."
It's the same with me. As for me for next year, Baz, toy lines, I'm still going to go for my knockoff action figures and robots again. My knockoff toy lines I like really getting into again. I've got loads of the robots, so that's figures and robots. I know when I go to like Spain, I'm going to catch up a bit more on gourmety figures, which is the only time I can get them now.
Yeah.
And more Spanishy toy lines that different box art, different figures. As for the other bits, I don't know as yet. For the rest of it, I don't know. I'm interested to see what the new Playmates Power Ranger toys are going to be like for next year.
Yeah, I'm going to
see what else jumps out or takes your fancy. Like, there's going to be a few Marvel figures for the new movie coming out in February. The Superman trailer dropped today that looks pretty decent. I hope they do a few.
That looks actually quite good, kind of thing. It looks like they're kind of introducing the Justice League into this.
There's a few other movies coming out next year that looks interesting. And perfectly, the last two things I still need to catch up on is the Godzilla Kong section. I still need to get a few of them before they disappear now. And then the other one is just my turtle section. I still need to catch up on the turtle figures before they start disappearing.
Or the Mutant Mayhem stuff.
Yeah.
I want to get more of them. I'm kind of waiting to see if they get, as you say, they had a high, and then you're kind of waiting to see if they drop down in price a little bit, and then you'll just kind of pick them up at the one time.
For me, I'm trying to work out my turtle section at the moment to see if I can actually put more on, because next year, like I said, I'm going to be doing a few bigger shows, so I'll be taking more loose or box stuff to the shows. I don't know which. So there'll be more unique one-off toys or something. I might be, I don't know yet. I'm trying to make more space and put more stuff on display. And I know when I get into the turtle section, more Godzilla section, that's my 2 or 3 big ones. So I'm going to be trying to catch up. Because I said Baz the other day, I knew Monster Kaiju again, because I like to get one of each, at least main one of each. And I've got nothing from Kong X yet, and I know I don't want to miss out the cardboard sets like I did for Godzilla Kong.
Well, believe me, I was in B&M's yesterday, Dave, and they've got the Kong and Shimu 2-pack. Was 20 quid. They've got it down to 15. And I've noticed they've also got in the Kong and Scar King set from them as well. But talking about toy lines for next year, as you know, I started collecting the G.I. Joe stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get at least one figure from each line that they've ever did.
Generation.
So I will be next year kind of looking for a Sigma 6 action figure. That's why I picked up the Extreme G.I. Joe. I know it's not the G.I. Joe that majority of the guys in the chat and yourself and me we all kind of grew up with. I think that was kind of coming out in the 90s.
The only problem with Sigma 6 and Extreme, there's 3 G.I. Joes that didn't do too well because they changed sizes.
Mhm.
Sigma 6 was one because they did the 7-inch, which was a really weird line, but great for pieces, great for everything else. Extreme was the 3 and a 5-inch figure again, but static pose like your Batman, the kind of style. The other one was slightly bigger. I think it was 4.5 inch. Was G.I. Joe Savage,
Mhm.
and they were slightly bigger figures, and that was okay, but nothing special line.
That's where, as I say, that's where I kind of picked. I want to have at least that one item from each wave if I can get it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But when that guy had that, and then when I noticed he only wanted a tenner for it, I was like, "Fuck me, I'm going to buy that." But I like to get because I've got some vintage Joes. I've got some of the Lego Joes, the ones that's got like the Lego pegs on them. I've got a couple of them. I've got some of the 90s Joes, 2000 Joes. I've got a couple of Super 7 Joes. I've got the Fortnite crossover Snake Eyes. As I say, I would like to try and get some of the. I've got some classified figures, but I know they've done like a standard Snake Eyes line.
Yeah.
Like kit ones for the kids. I would like to try and hopefully we'll get them over here at some point, but I would like to try and pick up a couple of those because they do look. They're kind of like I think they're kind of similar to these.
Yeah.
I think they're like 5 points articulation or whatever. But I would like to have it.
I think I got mine in 2000. I got mine in America too, Baz, and I think we got mine from Ollie's.
I would like to.
I'm surprised like home bargains or being never got me.
But as I say, man, usually B&M's and home bargains, man, they're usually quite good at this time of year for like toys and stuff. But it has been a bit disappointing this year with the two stores, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you always kind of notice it's like it's usually March, like end of February, beginning of March. They seem to get.
I think the reason why because that Baz, they do the stock take beginning of the year to get rid of the old Christmas stock because the toy fair, the big trade show, is normally down in London beginning of the year. So the time they do that to show the new stuff off and get the new stuff in, they get rid of all the old stuff really cheap.
Yeah.
So January, February, March is like the clearance place, and then that's when they get all the good stuff, all last year's stuff, and then the new stuff comes in. It's like yahoo, I'm just hopefully for me, I'm hoping we don't lose any more toy shops. So we gain a few more. I know we gain like Toys R Us. I'm hoping we don't lose like Game or a few shops like that. So,
Oh, so it's
but hey, there you go. What can you do?
Man, Game's funny they knew because with them I think they've kind of merged with Sports Direct. So when you go into the website's giving you different prices for what's in the store.
Yeah.
So you go into the website because like I was looking for. Oh, I noticed they had the Soundwave G.I. Joe crossover vehicle. They wanted 45 quid for it online. I was like, oh, bro. I went into the store. It's still full price. And when I asked, it's like, no, that's the online price. And it's like, but you're selling it in the store. You think the online price and the in-store price would be the same. But no, that's the way.
Click and collect. You go out the store, you click and collect it, go back in the store, just say, placed an order, go come and collect it. It's what a lot of people used to do. It was crazy. There you go. So,
because I would definitely buy the sound, man. with the Transformers, man, Soundwave was like one of my favorite Decepticons. I just love the guy, and because it comes with the dreadnoughts as well.
Yeah,
that was like I love the dreadnoughts for G.I. Joe. Just the way they talk, the way they act, kind of thing. It was just it's like proper from a redneck from a style. And then you get Ravage, and then Ravage has basically got a collar on it. It's like it just looks weird.
Yeah.
But man, I loves it, man. It's like we know Cy Manafangam, his favorite Decepticon's Megatron. We all have our own. We all have our favorite Autobot, our favorite Decepticon, your favorite from in Masters for He-Man, your favorite from in Villain. It's like my favorite villain's from in Trapjaw. Don't know why. As we were talking about this the other night there, Dave, is like back in 1988, me and my brother Mark, I got Castle Grayskull with all the Masters. He got Snake Mountain with all the. We ended up swapping one figure each. So he wanted my Ram Man, and I got Trapjaw. So when we were kids, Trapjaw was technically a part of the Masters. He was a good guy. I don't know why my brother wanted Ram Man, kind of thing, but it's like I wish Mum and Dad got us the Trapjaw, and it's like, well, I'll give you a Trapjaw, but you need to give me one of yours, kind of thing. And I said, well, which one you want? Expecting he was going to pick one of the good ones. He's like, no, I want that guy. So he ended up picking Ram Man. So Ram Man for him ended up becoming an evil villain. Honestly, I'm not 100%. I'm not 100%. I need to double check, but I think I've still actually got his Ram Man, because we were looking up the loft a few months back, and there was a box with just random bits and pieces in it, and Ram Man was in there. So I'm 100% sure that that's his Ram Man for when he
was, but now, yeah.
Now, I have to say something. My brother doesn't collect it, but man, it's more a nostalgia for him, and it's like if you want him to put in your shelf or put in your cupboard, kind of thing, you can have him. It's like no, he says that's your territory. You keep it. At least I know it'll be in good hands.
Good safe hands. Yeah.
If ever want it, you can always get it back. And he says, you never know, the wee man might come and take it at some point. I says he's already got a Ram Man, so he's quite happy.
You're safe. Don't worry. Crazy.
It's like I've got my original Trapjaw, Dave, for 1988. The only thing he's missing is his hook attachment. I've got his blaster. I've got his claw thing. The only thing it's missing is his hook.
Yeah.
He's still got his belt. He's still got his that is half his chest piece thing. I mean, I can't believe that survived all these. Even these rubber bands actually still in really good condition at the moment.
People look after the toys, look after them, and that's it, dude. It's one of the things. It's crazy.
As I say, I wish I had more stuff for the childhood, but Mum and Dad probably, when we're getting older, probably said, "Oh, they didn't need that," and got rid of it all. It's just gradually the last couple of years we've just kind of randomly come across boxes up the loft that have got bits and pieces that for some reason was saved. Must have just got shoved in the box and shoved up the loft.
That's what I'm saying with you, but sometimes I know I've got a few boxes somewhere. Either I know they're probably up the loft, just like boxes full of figures or carded stuff, and I can't find them. I know I've got them somewhere, and I can't find the stuff. It's like ridiculous, but there you go.
As I say, man,
we love it all.
Kind of gone through the stuff that I've got to see exactly what I've got. You end up coming across stuff that you completely forgot you had.
Yeah.
Or if somebody's asked us, like, "Oh, do you have this kind of figure?" And it's like, I'm 100% yes, but I'm not sure. So you end up looking for that specific figure, and then you end up coming across other stuff. That's how I come across that Thundercats, the Omens Tower thing from the 2011. I've seen a lot of folks picking up from boot sales, and it's like, I'm sure I've got that somewhere. I could swear I do. And then I was looking for something else, and it was sitting in the cupboard.
I know mine's at my unit door set up on display. I've actually found the rest of the bits for it. I know the only thing I'm missing from that series is the gold Lino figure with his big big. I think there may be one or two figs that may be missing. But I need to read.
That was the same when we went to the Errol Toy Fair. I am missing a few. I mean, they never done a lot of the figures for it, kind of thing. I think they only done Grum and Mumra, and they've done a couple of the lizard guys. They've done like the main characters, but when I was at Errol, I mean, I did pick up Wily Kit and Wily Cat.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And I had the other version, but I never had that version in Mumra.
Yeah.
I know it's probably not everybody's favourite Thundercat series, but I quite enjoyed it.
The 2010 was quite a neat series. I just wish Bandai did a bit more toys for the line, like Series 2 and Series 3. But no, they did the classic line, their own line, and a few others, but there's so many more characters they could have done.
I've got a few of the 6-inch figures as well. I've got Lino, Shitara, I've got Panthro, I've got Tigra, I've got the Mumra, but I wish they did Grum in that line, but I believe he was meant to be, but because the toy line didn't do that well, they never continued it. And it would have been good to get some of the other mutants as well, like Monkey and
there's one lizard little guy and one big chubby lizard guy, and that's it. But if you only see Mumra's vehicle, I only came out in America, if I can remember right. I picked up mine in America. But
I think if I go back to Errol next year, I think I might, as I say, I've got a few toy lines I want to kind of dive into, but there's a few toy lines I've already got that I kind of stopped picking up because the prices were just gone mental.
Yeah. Baz is froze. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Hello. Baz is froze. Hope he's back in it.
I'm back.
Woohoo! That's normally me that goes, not you.
No, I just noticed my phone and I lost my connection for like 30 seconds.
Huh? Yeah, it's been an hour and 15 minutes on the live stream, so there you go. What time are we going to? Hour and a half?
I will go for another 15 minutes. So I want to get some more of the vintage Thundercat figures.
Yeah.
And I know there was one guy at Errol, he was selling loose ones with no wettings for $5.
Yeah.
So if he's not saying he'll be back next year, but if he's there next year, I'll definitely. And I know the owner, he had quite a few loose Thundercat figures as well for anything between 10 to 15 quid.
Some of them we've got weapons for 10 quid as well.
Mm.
Perfectly honest, Baz, I think what I might do for next year for me is, I know some of my toy lines, I might be close on completing the whole collection, and I don't know what I've got and what I haven't got. Like, there's one rabbit hole we absolutely love, me and you, which is Ben 10. Because the Playmates haven't done Ben 10 for ages, I might go through my whole collection to see what I've got and what I'm missing. And then I might do the impossible task of the Bandai section. Because I did bleep loads.
Well, talking about Ben 10, I want to get more of the vinyl figures. I absolutely love those vinyl figures of Ben 10.
Yeah, it's just... And then, like you say, there's the Thundercats, the other little toy lines that I might see what I'm missing to complete the collection. There's other little toy lines I might go down or might not go down. I know Small Soldiers, they did quite a few more for that, but the Series 2 are solid. And I know when Leicester Vintage Toys did their little toy shop this morning at 12 o'clock today on their channel, like a little video, they had them carded. I'm like, oh,
I'm happy. Man, I've got the 12-inch Hazard and Archer. I'm quite happy with those two. The only thing that I'll probably kind of maybe next year try and acquire is the weapons for them. I've got the figures, but they don't have their weapons. But I know the weapons will probably be the hardest
expensive bit.
But that'd be another line you could kind of dive down. But I mean, you have noticed, especially the carded ones. I mean, the carded ones have jumped up in price.
Yeah.
I keep hoping. I came down to when you go to boot sales and things, you don't go there saying, right, I'm going to find this and I'm going to find that. You kind of just go there, see what you find. But there's always that little voice at the back of your head is like, small soldiers.
Right into you, yeah.
Small soldiers. You're going to find, you want to find small soldiers today. Because there is a few, I mean, I would love to get the Frankenstein guy. He's quite, he's quite rare and quite hard to get complete because he's got the...
Oh, a little bit on them, yeah.
I mean,
the big troll was very hard to get hold of. The vehicle with a little eyeball guy was hard.
See, I've got so there's not Oculus. I've got the other one that come with the motorbike.
Yeah.
The little
yellow
one.
The
little yellow one that smiles.
Yeah.
I've got him. I do have an Archer, but he's missing a finger. But that's typical with the Archer figures. It's just plastic kind of goes brittle after. But I'm quite happy that I've got the two talking ones, and they do talk to each other when you've got the batteries in. But it's weird because I picked one up one week, and it was from the same lassie for the boot sale. I picked up Archer, she wanted £2 for her. 2 weeks later, I went back. The same lassie was there, and she had from and she had chat, and I go, "As much you want for that?" She's like, £2. It's like, bro. And I kept every time I seen her, I kept going back to her table to make sure she never had any more.
All the others, yeah.
And the only other figure that I managed to get off of her was the smaller Archer.
Yeah.
So once you kind of go to boot sale, and you know that you've managed to find 2 or 3 items from the same line, you kind of keep going back and forth to see if they've got any more.
Yeah. I think there's a few other toy lines that I might delve into as well next year that I used to have. I used to have a complete collection of certain toy lines. At the moment, they're still quite cheap, even to find carded, only a tenner a card. And there's only like 8 figures, 3 vehicles. I'm tempted to rekindle that lot again. And a few other bits. At the moment, I've got a secret project on at the moment, like another museum-ish.
If I could do it, and I wish I never did it, but when needs come, I ended up selling a few bits of my collection about 15, 16 years ago. And I had the full line, the full wave of Cadillac and dinosaurs. And I sold a lot. Now I fucking regret it. And I would love to have all those figures back in the collection. I would love to have and that's probably maybe something I'm maybe kind of looking into next year and see when I go to the toy fairs and the big boot sales that
Yeah.
I'm going to try and go to. I'm going to go to the Aero boot sale. So I've been told from folk that's like a toy
Treasure
hunting
trove.
treasure trove. So if I ever come across any of those figures, I'm picking them up.
Left, right, yeah.
And I know, like the car, the T-Rex that they come with, I know they'll be probably the hardest bits to try and get. Maybe it'll pick up
Yeah,
hard all the
similar to
little.
that band. I think I might try and find the Last Action Hero, the Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Mm.
I've got the evil guy in his car. I've got the kid. I've got Arnold, but I haven't got the gold. I've never had the gold Cadillac.
Mm-hmm.
And a few figures. It's almost like there's 3 or 4 toy lines. There's only 8 figures, a couple of vehicles, and you can complete the set. I might. It's like Warriors of Virtue. There's only 15 figures in the set,
Mm-hmm.
and I might just, you know what I mean, find the whole. I don't know what now. I've got loose and carded, and because some have come off card, some are, you know what I mean. I'm like, damn. But I might, you know what I mean.
Oh, there's a lot of for next year, Dave. I do have a list of lines that I want to either complete or I want to start. Probably worth
Yeah.
thing starting a new line, kind of thing. But it's
Especially
stuff.
down like Christmas is going to bring you around the corner. You might get a toy for Christmas. It's like, shit, I like that. I want the rest.
Well, I've always wanted to have the Rock Lords back, and it was just going to that the Aero Toy Fair and going to the first stall, and the guy had quite a few. I picked one up, and I kind of wished I went back and picked up a couple more.
Yeah.
But I know with the Rock Lords, you've kind of got to watch because with the plastic, because some of them have got that gold syndrome in it.
Yeah.
Be careful. I think the hardest one to find, I'm sure her name's Prism, but she's like the translucent. She looks like a diamond, but she's like translucent. I've watched videos of her getting folk showing her off, and they're very, very gentle because of her plastic.
Yeah.
It's very brittle and it can break easily. But I've got, as I say, I've got a lot of toy lines in my head that I would like to collect, and some of them are kind of down to you showing stuff off. It's like, I maybe need to try and acquire a couple of those figures. But as long as I've got one figure from each toy, I'd be quite happy, Dave.
Yeah.
As I say, man, I managed to acquire a Police Academy figure. It's like I'm quite happy that I've got at least one now, because there's like every toy haul or car boot haul that you used to watch before is like they were always picking them up. And the majority of the toy hauls that you were watching was like your side of the woods. It's like you seem to get more good stuff.
Like the cops and crooks and yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, but as I say, I'd be quite happy just at least one figure from each toy line. I'd be happy.
It's like for me, for my childhood, back in like 20, 30 years ago, I used to go like and see robots and that sort of stuff, and you know, every so often I keep finding little bits for this guy. You know, he's missing still his one like big foot, and he's missing his head. But I've got it somewhere, so I'm keep completing it off, and it's the bird, the lion, and the cheetah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a knockoff version, but to find it now, it's in it's another. It's one of some of my childhood stuff it's crazy.
It's just. Oh, I don't know. See if I can grab this one before fucking destroying. Man, you picked this. You picked this up for me because it kind of reminded me it was either Energon or Cybertron Starscreen. I know it's a knockoff. And I've still got a box in a minute, but I'm tempted to open this up to actually see how it actually feels.
Yeah.
But I have noticed that TK Maxx has got Thundercracker and the other one reduced as well. As I say, I do
I'm
like
tempted to go to one more toy hunt tomorrow, Baz, but I don't know if I'm going to.
I do like the artwork it's on it kind of thing. The artwork
Yeah.
probably thing it, but I have seen a few people reviewing this guy, and they've been like 90% happy with it because it's not the typical knockoff Transformer that
No.
As soon as you take out the box, it's all floppy.
It's one of the weird things, Baz, isn't it? When you go back to the 90s, he's one of the most beloved characters in the world. But, it's like Mr. Blobby.
Oh, back in the 90s, man, you could buy a blobby from something blobby everywhere, Dave.
But it's like, these are the ones that you squeeze the ends, and it's like, and that sort of stuff. To find him is quite easy, but then to find the card is quite hard and rare.
But it's like those, like the bag clips, clip-on figure. It didn't matter if you went to a newsagent's, a toy shop, clothes shop.
Yeah.
You could always find those little weird and it is kind of weird that some of the stuff that we, as I said at the beginning, is that I've kind of noticed some toy lines that we had as a kid, they're kind of bringing them back out, but
yeah,
more focused on like this generation's version of them. And then you get the odd ones that kind of resemble stuff that we had.
Yeah. But then to finish it off, Baz, the stream and everything else, when you get to the stage where you've got the toys, it's like, if you like Minions, it's like you got the Christmas card Minions with Crimbo and that sort of stuff. It's like, where do you start, stop and finish? It's like the yogurt box for the Count Draculas and everything else.
It's just like remember the feed dish feats kind of thing. Now folk are paying big bucks just to get an empty yogurt pot. It's crazy. But if that's what you collect, man, as you always say, collecting is not just the toys. There's other.
Perfect, every single toy fair and every generation now comes back to the toy fairs when they notice it's on, like you say, the Arrow and everything else. And now people are now going back to the toy fair and getting their nostalgia toys from the 80s and 90s, which they grew up with or played with. And that's one of the generations, but there you go. Well, since we're almost come to the end of the show, it's iconic where, guys, enjoy your Christmas, enjoy your New Year, hope all your 25 toy wishes come true. As my DaveWorldtoys, Dave Watson, I'll be still going to the NEC toy fairs, doing a few other bits, might be taking a trip up to Scotland again. I've got a few trips around the world and adventures again. I've got a few other things in the pipeline and a few other bit adventures and a few exciting times which I might share with Baz in the near future. If we can fit one in before the end of the year, we will try and get one on Baz's channel. If not, we should be back. I think it was on the 5th of January, was it, the next one? In 3 weeks' time?
No, the 5th of January it'll be, that's a Sunday. 6 is a Monday. See that the 9th or the 10th we will be back.
Well, that 1st January back, the first week in the January New Year anyway, we'll be back and we'll be sharing the best of 2024 toy lines we picked up for ourselves. We're going to show the last 5 or 10 toy lines we've picked up. We're already going through our 2025 goals, but it might have changed between now and then. We might just show off our Christmas toy haul, so Baz might be excited by the big parcel he got the other day, and my parcel tomorrow. That's got like a little plastic cardboard.
Not 100%, but like my brother and my sister, they was like, "What do you want for Christmas?" So I've sent them ideas. As I say, I don't expect them to. I don't expect to get them, but
yeah,
there is a few figures I've asked my sister for, and it's like, just pick one. But I know what she's like. She'll end up buying the two of them.
Yeah.
And my other two brothers, they've asked me, and I've given them ideas. It's like, you seem to be easier than Dad and the rest of them.
Yeah.
I says, well, you can, mate. It's like, you always know that I'm always looking for certain things throughout the year. And it's like, when it comes to my birthday and Christmas, it's like, you're the easiest. You're like you're on the kids' list. It's like, right, he wants this figure, or he wants that, or he wants this, or he wants that. You just have to ask him, and it's like, I'm looking at this figure. It's like, if you can get it, you can get it. If you can't, you can't. I'm not fussed, kind of thing. Eh? So it'll be interesting to see what we get for Christmas this year. As we know, is that between me and yourself, we try not to buy too many new things, because you never know what your family's going to buy.
Yeah. For me, it's quality. I think I'll probably get money off our auntie and brother.
Well, technically, I got my Christmas money off of Dad today. So Dad's like, instead of getting on Christmas, he says, there's your Christmas money. You can go and get what you were looking for. Because I was going to get him to get me one of those gargoyles, but it must have been in one of those flash sales or whatever.
Yeah.
It was it was 58 quid, and it went down to 21. And I was like, oh, I maybe get Dad to get us that. But when we went to, he was just going to order it, but when we went back up, it went back up to full price in the state. I ain't paying for me.
I'm perfectly honest, Baz. The Christmas present for myself this year, I already got, like I showed a couple of weeks ago, was the big purple and yellow Transformer, and then the big 5-bot robot combiner.
The Christmas present to myself was technically buying the majority of all those Ultraman figures that we've seen in HMV. Yeah. That's kind of a Christmas present to myself.
That's what I got. They're still sitting here next to me, and it's next year. All I'm going to say to tease it, to finish me off, is behind me will be completely changing. The dynamic of this will be completely changing for next year, and a few bits will dynamic will be completely changed. Everything will be, in construction and going around in circles as a collector. That's for me. Thanks for an amazing 2024 for that. Speak to you on this channel before. Thanks again, Baz, for an amazing year. Live streams. I don't know how many we've done this year. Must have been 26-ish. It's twice a week.
That's something like that, aye.
26 to 30.
But at the beginning of the year for me was bad. I was in a bad kind of place. So, but I wanted to get back in it. I wanted to get it done. It's like, I know Mum wouldn't want
back in the swing you're in.
Mum wouldn't want us to kind of sit there and think. She would want us to continue what we love doing, kind of thing. And to be honest with you, I think over some of the things that I found this year, I think Mum's been there, kind of. She's like your guardian angel. She's like,
oh, you get out there, get that little shop. There might be that thing on the shelf waiting for you. Get it!
Yeah. Is it? And I mean, I have the laugh and go. It's like when folks say, "How the hell do you think that?" I says, "Oh, the toy gods must have been good to me this weekend or this day." But honestly, I think it was Mum. I think Mum was kind of whispering in your ear that you didn't really understand. So you need to go to the boot sale today, the kind of thing. You're going to find
that might be that little item.
Yeah. But as you know, at the beginning of this year, I had a really bad time. Losing Mum wasn't the best. I'm still not looking forward to Christmas, but we're going to keep the Christmas spirit alive. We've got family coming, so me and Dad and that, we're not going to be kind of left on Christmas Day on our own. My 2 brothers will be here, my sister, I'll have the young Padawan here, I'll have my brother's 3 girls are going to be here, so no doubt about it, Uncle Baz will be building something all day. So that's I'm kind of looking forward.
Me, I'll be down at our mum's normal Christmas Eve with the 2 hours of hell. Christmas Day, relax, watching the TV programs like the Doctor Who's and that sort of stuff. Boxing Day, relaxing, that sort of stuff, getting ready for the toy fair on the day after. And I might look around the toy fair this time and try and find myself
I'm going to start
a nostalgia toy. I don't know.
Me and my younger brother Mark, we used to have a tradition on Boxing Day when we were younger, is that we watch Star Wars all day. So I'm going to start that tradition back up, but I'm going to start it back up with the wee one. You know, you've met him and you know what he's like. And we were talking about it, and it's like, do you want on Christmas night he's going to stay here, and Christmas Day, Boxing Day, once we get up, have breakfast, that's what we're going to do. We're just going to have a Star Wars marathon kind of thing.
For me, I'm hoping my normal Christmas movies are on and a few other bits are on.
The original movies we'll be watching. We'll not be watching any of the pre-sequels. It'll just be the original 3.
I've been watching The Skeleton Crew. There's a few other bits. I watched Jingle All the Way the other day for toy nostalgia. That was on ITV the other day. That was on last Saturday. That was looking at all the Spawn figures and all the toys in the shop. Going through it, I was like, Spawn, X-Men. I was like, oh, you know.
That's actually funny because I've got Turbo Man sitting in the corner there.
He was on last week. Did last Saturday. But anyway, Bazza, Mr. Grinch, and all the Darklycan patrons or people out there, thanks again for another Thursday night live stream with me, DaveWorldtoys, and Mr. Darklycan himself, 81. He might be 81 years old, but he feels 18. If we don't speak to you, good luck, Happy New Year, Christmas gods, Happy Christmas, Happy New Year, and we hope to be here in 2025. As for me, thank you very much.
As I say, everybody have an awesome Christmas. Don't spend too much money this weekend because it's coming to Christmas, but have a very happy Christmas, have a happy New Year, and we will see you either before 2025, hopefully. If not, we will see you next year. Bye from now.